Hello everyone, welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle Stimpson of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and I'm so glad that you are here with me today. If you are new here, welcome in. Click that live chat button. Feel free to introduce yourself and make any requests for the crystal grid. We are going to build a beautiful grid together based on all of your requests. And for those of you returning, thank you for your ongoing support, and it's good to see you again. And for those of you who are joining us and watching this as a video in the future, hello from the past, you're going to have just as fun and healing a time as if you were here live. But if you would like to join me live, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss an opportunity. I am here live 5 times a week, same days, same times. Go ahead and hit any other requests that you have, enter them right on into that chat. And just as a heads up, it is allergy season and the season to play copyrighted music at a loud volume right outside is here. It is upon us, and occasionally I might have to hit the mute button. It's not often, but just in case. But yeah, if you are here, it is allergy season. I may occasionally need to go blow my nose. I apologize in advance. But yeah, I'd love to hear what everybody has as far as requests. Let's start on that grid. And who do we have here? Natalie, Goddess of 4. Let's see. Oh, and let's take a look at the grid already in progress. Let's see. We've got Natalie, Goddess of 4, Patty, Blue Sky, Chris, Jennifer, T. Nyhouse, good to see you, Belinda Wade, JS. Oh, okay, good. JS, you'll watch this in the future. I hope you're well. So let's see what we have here. Yeah, it is quickly dump the copyrighted music in the background kind of situation. It would just totally shut the stream down immediately if YouTube caught wind of it, if it went on long enough. So just making things easier on ourselves here. Let's see what we have. And I believe I'll get to everyone's requests. Finding a job. Ooh, yeah, the upcoming eclipse is very much a vibe of letting go of what no longer serves, too. It's good to see you all. Oh, Fyad Luna, I hope you are well. Okay, good stuff. So we've got finding a job that will support financially, energetically, etc. Let's do I'm gonna grab a couple of stones I see requested already. So let's see. So the best stone for finding a job, and then I will add something to that. And where are we? There we are. So the best stone for finding a job, for finding new streams of revenue and income as well as many other things, is actually tourmalinated quartz. So this is black tourmaline that is running through clear quartz. This is black tourmaline breaks up negative, stagnant, and just not very good energy. And when it's running through clear quartz, which strengthens things, it's gives it the property of breaking up energy blockages in our field, and also it's thought to help break up scar tissue, whether that's on or in the body or emotionally. It's also really great for finding any kind of new job or new stream of revenue, as I mentioned, whether that's a gig or passive revenue stream. But it also is thought to help the heart and fortune and luck as well. And it's very protective if you're traveling. I'm going to put that here. And the other one I wanted to add for job is if you're looking to move up in your career, lapis. Lapis is also great for vertigo and hearing loss, personal responsibility, and disorganization. But yeah, it's great for integrity, just truth, honesty, open communication. It helps you to move up the career ladder in a way that's meaningful to you. So we'll bring this in. And kind of want to bring in chrysocolla. This helps us to, it encourages us to follow our spiritual journey, our spiritual path. So chrysocolla. And it also helps us to make decisions that are in alignment with our greater good and our spiritual path. So encouraging you to follow your highest spiritual purpose is usually the way that I summarize this stone, but it is a really powerful stone. So I'm going to bring that in because I know that that resonates with a few of you that have been looking for similar types of things. That's been on theme for a little while there. Grace, I hope you're well. Philip, oh, Michelle, welcome back. Gotcha. Fawn, welcome back. Ooh, good request tonight. A lot of keeping clear of toxic energy too. I'm going to bring in the Larimer I see requested. This is very much in alignment too with finding work that is aligned with you. This is basically giving into your spiritual path and purpose, especially with the knowledge that your unique path is not going to look like anyone else's. And so this is one to encourage you to walk that strange path that nobody else has worn before, and also to feel encouraged to innovate a little bit on your way. So Larimer, put some there. Yeah, psychic attack protection. Magical protection. Yeah, let's do the protective stones all in kind of one clip here. So let's do black tourmaline, red tiger eye, black obsidian, black onyx, let's do that. So first things first, we have black tourmaline. This helps to, I think I'm a little out of balance here. Black tourmaline, as we mentioned with the tourmalinated quartz, this really helps repel negative energy and keeps it from getting anywhere near your energetic field. So we're going to put that around the edge. Black onyx is great for protection and grief, but it's also great for relieving self-doubt and beginning to trust yourself. It's also fantastic for just self-esteem, seeing yourself in a slightly different way. I love black onyx for people who kind of got pulled off their path, almost like they got near some really toxic people, whether that was a relationship or a work environment or wherever it might be, and all of a sudden lost their self-confidence, and to get that protection, grounding fear, letting go of self-doubt kind of support is really helpful in getting back to yourself again after something like that. Also great for ancestor connection, and it also protects against anyone or anything that's like tends towards mind games. So, black onyx. Let's do we also have black obsidian, which is highly, highly protective. This is also one that helps with shock and assault and trauma and like big, heavy duty, visceral trauma, including right in the middle of the event. Like if it's very acute, something that happened very recently, this is a really great stone to kind of recalibrate and come back. But yeah, it's also good for nervous pets, but it's very, very protective, and also another one that's very helpful in processing grief. So that is black obsidian. Red tiger eye is probably the most protective stone I have. And it is very much like standard golden tiger eye, except that this specifically helps to protect against everything, including psychic attack, nasty spiritual work, and the very mundane bullying, triangulation, gaslighting, all of that kind of stuff. So whether somebody is trying to pull you offline energetically, psychically, or in a very regular, 9 to 5 kind of way, this is a really great stone. It's also a great stone to give to children that get bullied. It's a really wonderful gift. It's also great for manifesting quick money. So that's never a bad thing. And also going to put maybe one here and one here. And Zoisite in general is not so much a protective stone, but it can help with releasing negativity. So if you've been kind of in the dumps because of something like this, this helps kind of leach that away. It also helps us reconnect with nature, which can help us rebalance after any kind of like not great energy, lots of anger, being around that, anything like that. This can help ground it. It's also great for overcoming setbacks and facing obstacles, things that are in your way that you maybe are procrastinating about or are trying to avoid. It helps you like face them head on. And it also helps with seasonal affective disorder and even like sluggishness. If you feel like it's hard for you to get up and get the things done, this can be helpful. So Zoisite. And I'm going to bring in some standard tiger eye too, because in addition to being somewhat helpful for protection, and it is a protective stone, it's also a great one for courage and balance and big picture thinking. Study and research as well. It helps you to see all of the different pieces and how they come together. And it can be a great boost against envy and jealousy, which, let's face it, those kinds of things are usually the cause of that kind of nasty behavior. So we'll bring this in. And I love putting golden tiger eye and red tiger eye next to each other. They look so incredible together. So yeah, so those are the ones that I have for like protection and psychic attack. Heart, I hope you are doing well. Good to see you. Creativity, you got it. Justice for legal cases, absolutely. And crystal for hip pain, absolutely. Yeah. Okay, so hip pain, let's do howlite. This is joints and bones. Whether it's, like I have the issues of having very brittle bones and not very well developed bones. And this is one that I work with for that. But yeah, this is great for teeth, hair, bones, all of it. It's also on an emotional level superb for anger, resentment, and even frustration. It helps us to look at the cause of the anger and be able to start to figure out some way to work with it, whether it's finding the cause and working around it, or some way to channel the anger where it's not simply destructive. So this is white howlite, but yeah, this is good for joints. So I hope that this helps, Chris. And I'll have some other ones in there too. But I just saw that you were in pain right now, and I'm like, let me throw this in now. I hope you feel better soon. Okay, cool. Good stuff. Let's see. And I did see, oh yeah, so let's do, Blue Sky had requested a few, and I'm going to start with Rose Quartz. This is superb for strong, loving energy, which helps you to feel a lot more secure in letting go of things that no longer serve, which is definitely a theme for the new moon solar eclipse, which is Thursday, and then Mercury stations retrograde on Friday. So, yeah. So, Rose Quartz. We got black tourmaline, so garnet, fire quartz, carnelian. Honey calcite, sodalite, pink tourmaline. So I was absolutely going to grab garnet because I saw Jen had mentioned getting organized for an eventual move, and then I saw the request from Blue Sky. Garnet really helps with organization. It also helps with courage and creativity, which is a common one I saw also, but also helps with balance in times of stress. This is a great stone for getting the most out of your time and finding the best way to do things, even if that's a completely new approach. It's really helpful for anybody that's trying to like take a new turn on things or take a new spin on things, or even start something new. So that is garnet. Yeah, so creativity as well as organization. For creativity as well, we have carnelian, and that's one of the things carnelian does. Carnelian works with the sacral chakra, which absolutely has creativity as its key role, but also relationships and, in the larger sense, how we relate to the world around us. All the people, all the different everything about how we relate to the world around us, and intimate relationships, people close to us, our society, our community, romance, sexuality, sexual function and dysfunction, fertility, and even how we work in groups. This is a stone that can be very helpful for work environments and helpful for new relationships as well, and any relationship really. It's also helpful for calling on your romantic partner if you'd like to find one. So that's carnelian. And along with carnelian for creativity, I love using sodalite. This helps expression and communication in all ways, whether it involves speaking, writing, performance, painting, illustration, whatever it might be. It can also help you if you are homesick. And it's often thought of to help ground impulses if you have issues with impulse control around certain things. Sodalite can be very, very helpful. It's a great throat chakra stone. Go. Honey calcite is super helpful for meeting and calling in new great people into your life. It's really great for optimism too, anything that's like challenging, any bumps in the road. But if you are in a position where you're going to be meeting new people or you would like to, this is one that works with that sacral chakra we just mentioned, but also your solar plexus, which is your center of self, personal identity, and free will. So this helps you relate better to other people while still remaining true to yourself. But yeah, helps attract good friends, colleagues, partners, etc. Honey calcite is a really beautiful stone. It's a very warm and loving energy. And pink tourmaline is great for hormones for anyone, regardless of gender, but specifically for women. It's great for every kind of gynecologic issue. It's also great for mom and baby bonding, spinal injuries, muscle weakness, and helping you to let go of any kind of negative self-image, especially around appearance and body. So that is pink tourmaline. And I'm so glad that you are here, Blue Sky. When you buy crystals, should we buy 2 for balance, and does the size matter? I would say get as many as you like. I actually want to record a video on how to make a grid with 1 crystal, or how to work with just 1 crystal, because that's even more than you need. If you can't get your hands on the specific crystal, you can ask a piece of clear quartz to stand in for you. But yeah, you can absolutely work with 1 piece. Absolutely, absolutely. And size of the stone, I don't feel like it matters. I know some folks feel pretty strongly about that. I feel like if you feel connected to the crystal, that's really all that matters. So I hope that that helps. Let's see. And I saw a request up here. Belinda Wade. Rhodonite. We got rose quartz. Peridot. Fuchsite. Rhodonite is also great for allergies, autoimmune, and asthma. And I'm absolutely got the allergies going. But it definitely helps the lungs too. So this will help for heart's intention as well. But there's going to be some other stones there. This is the stone of unrequited love and breakup and heartache and heartbreak. Healing that heartache and heartbreak so that you can open your heart once again. Yeah, great for anybody that's overcoming emotional abuse as well, and it helps us to overcome insecurities. So, rhodonite. Next is fuchsite, which is the ultimate self-care stone. This is one that encourages you to have fun and really let loose and break free. It's great for any kind of inner child work you might be doing, and it's also great for sleep disturbances. It definitely, like I mentioned, helps encourage play, and it does help boost the strength of other stones. So it's a great one for the grid. So we'll put that in the center here too. Peridot, I did see one that asked for, JS, I believe, asked for being a best friend to herself. But Peridot can help support friendships that support us to be the best version of ourselves, and they help us break up bad habits, limiting beliefs. That's very much a theme of this Thursday's new moon solar eclipse. So this will be a really good one for that. But yeah, it helps also with anything with digestion, like acid and upset stomach, even bowel issues. But it's also great for depression, weight gain, prosperity. So that's Peridot, which I love sprinkling right here in the center. It's like a beautiful crystal glitter, except you can clean it up. And this is Black Moonstone. So moonstone, labradorite, rainbow moonstone, all of the different colors of moonstone, they're all related. And Black Moonstone is thought to embody everything that moonstone does, which is connection with the cycles and rhythms of nature, connection with the moon, connection with any kind of moon magic or moon intentions you're setting. Any type of moonstone is helpful. But this is also good for getting to the truth of things, as well as I usually see the moonstone as much like the high priestess in the tarot deck. It's connected with ancient wisdom, the divine feminine, and this sort of knowingness, this sort of inner wisdom. This is very much an inner wisdom, but also like even the inner secrets of things, and also using the tools that you have to make the change. So if you're doing any kind of moon magic, I find that Black Moonstone can be particularly helpful. So yeah, piece of Black Moonstone. Lovely. Glad that you are here. Some other stones that support the sacral chakra? Absolutely. Let's see. Oh, and that's right. I saw a request for fire quartz. Fire quartz helps us to basically it helps to light a fire under us and give us a burst of like zest and energy to run forward and feel excited and rejuvenated about our progress and the path that we're on. And being that these are natural quartz points, it helps to set us in the right direction. So we'll put that there too. For sacral, the next best thing I think is honestly the honey calcite, because it works with both the sacral as well as the solar plexus. Orange sunstone works with the solar plexus, how we relate to each other's and navigate the world, but also our own free will and what we're looking to accomplish. So I'm going to bring this in. This is a great one for embracing your soul's purpose, but especially if you're not quite sure what that looks like. Orange sunstone helps us to expand the vision of what we can do and what we can accomplish. It expands our version of ourselves. So this also helps us to see that we can contribute more or we can do more in that collective communal aspect. So let's bring this in. It's orange sunstone. So I feel like that can help. And oh, it's good to have you. Releasing blocks and other people's expectations, absolutely. Self-compassion, calling in stability and abundance. I want to bring in some mahogany obsidian. Prudence Jane, good to see you. Vincent, wonderful to see you. Okay, so releasing, there's a lot there and I love all of it. I'm just going to unpack it a little bit. So releasing blocks and other people's expectations, absolutely. This helps to release everything. This is mahogany obsidian. It helps to release the overimportance that we might put on other people's opinions of us, and helps us to replace that with our own, trusting our own influence, trusting our own opinion, and maybe elevating our own opinion. This helps with everything from meeting goals to vitality and strength to even releasing anger. But it basically helps us release the need for approval from others and any kind of perfectionism. So it really helps you to value, this is what I want to do, or I think it's good enough, this is the way it's getting done, and let go of the opinions of others so much. So mahogany obsidian. Okay, there we go. And I also feel like red jasper will be really helpful for you. This is empowerment for sure. So where you're talking about stability and abundance and self-compassion and releasing blocks. Red jasper is very empowering. It helps, it's very protective too, but it's also very grounding, very rooting. It works within the root chakra, a little bit within the sacral, but much more the root. And it helps with emotional support, especially if it's something like long term, but definitely with stability, feeling a little bit more anchored. The self-compassion, definitely empowerment and fighting injustice and fighting bullying. This is also standing up for yourself and trusting yourself. And so that's a big part of it. Yeah, so let's bring that in. I think that that will help you. There we go. And releasing blocks. I definitely wanted to put in shungite earlier, and I'll do it now. This is great at releasing blocks. It's also great at physical recovery, tissue repair, releasing any kind of like stress and emotional blockages too, really helpful, and just clearing our energy field in general. I absolutely love shungite for that. So we're going to go ahead and bring that in. I'm just going to bring that in on the other side of the honey calcite. I did want to bring in rutilated quartz as well. This is one that helps with focus as well as energy. This helps give us the energy we need to keep going or to replenish energy if we've spent quite a lot of it. It's also really great at focusing healing intentions exactly where they're most needed. And so with that, it's been seen as a beautiful gift for anyone that's battling cancer, with the intention that it help direct all of the healing treatments they're getting to where it's most needed. So with this, I want to, put this out there as support for Korokara's stepfather. So we will put this here. Okay. And let's see. Magical protection, we did that. Energy and focus, we just covered that. And organization for preparing to move eventually, we did that too. Awesome. Bronchitis, and the root chakra support. Yeah, absolutely, we just did that. Happiness, heart healing, and self-love for grace. Great week at work. Let's bring in yellow calcite. And we already have for heart healing rhodonite and rose quartz. Okay, cool. Oh, chrysocolla, that's what you wanted. Okay, even better. So, yellow calcite, optimism, self-confidence, and clearing blockages around self-identity and boundaries. This helps you, and so this will definitely help a couple of the other requests that I saw. Priorities based on your desires, releasing need for approval, and just in general, taking the happiness that you have within yourself and bringing it out into the world and finding joy in that. So we will bring this in. And I hope that this helps you have a great week. I'm going to bring in the green kyanite now too, because I know there's people with lung stuff going on. This is one that we used very much right around the height of COVID, when people were really getting sick and really felt it in their lungs. Green kyanite is superb for the lungs and everything that has to do with breathing, including asthma and even the throat. It also helps to balance our spiritual life and our more everyday mundane life so that we can live in more of a balance. This is also great for wisdom through intuition and plants and nature spirits. So if anybody's doing any gardening, green kyanite is one of the greater stones for that. This and Kambaba stone can be great for it too. I'm just going to put a couple pieces in the center too. Pneumite, you got it. So this is another stone that's highly protective, but also helps us to see the truth of the matter when we're going through dark times. This is like inspiration of the gods coming through as these gold flashes amongst all of the darkness. But pneumite is also great for reassuring, bringing about spiritual guidance and spiritual reassurance that you are okay, there is a plan, you're in alignment with it. But it also helps if you are looking to fill the gap between yourself here and how you connect to spirit. So it's very much in alignment with green kyanite in that it helps us to blend our regular waking life with our spiritual life. But yeah, this can help us to find, as we go through the muck of finding our truth and learning about ourselves and doing our healing work, that we also find that inspiration and that reassurance along the way. So that is pneumite. Let's see. Ankle pain from breaking it last year. We've got howlite. Love, fertility. We've got new adventures and motivation. Fertility, definitely carnelian. New adventures and motivation. Let's do some polychrome jasper, because this also has some indications for the lower extremities. So this might do both of those things. So polychrome jasper helps to like reignite our connection to our soul's purpose and get really excited about getting up and getting things done. So very much in alignment with the Earth Star chakra. This also helps with motivation, self-confidence, and definitely joint health and physical movement, especially the lower extremities. So definitely includes your ankles. But yeah, definitely love it for all of those reasons. So I'll bring this in for you. So that's polychrome jasper. Justice for legal cases. Aquamarine, may justice prevail. Also aids in forgiveness, deflecting pettiness, including the anti-Karen-ness of it all. But yeah, great for that. And this is, when I say it's great for forgiveness, it's good for forgiveness, whether that's I forgive you to give you another chance, or I forgive you to set myself free. Whatever the case is, this helps. But yeah, absolutely, may justice prevail. Aquamarine. I'm going to put one here and one here to make sure we have enough room. I'm also going to bring in some sapphire, which helps with speedy justice. This is also a stone that is requested by Chris, and it is great for channeling, connecting with spiritual guidance, and even in a way translating what we're getting so that the person we're getting information for can best understand it. It's helpful for dementia, eyes, ears, and envisioning a better potential in the future. So we'll bring this in. So that is sapphire. So I hope that that helps. So definitely for the lungs, we have rhodonite and the green kyanite. And for help with eating habits, we have blue apatite. And it seems funny that apatite would be the name of the stone that connects with our relationship with food, but of course it is. So anytime that you are connecting emotions with eating, or have maybe unhealthy eating patterns, or even want to change your eating patterns, blue apatite is great. Now, this is whether you eat out of like stress or don't eat out of stress. It doesn't matter which it happens to be. This can help you to have a healthier relationship on food and find new ways to bring soothing and comfort into your life that are a little bit more balanced and healthy. So blue apatite, I can bring that in for you. Okay. Also, the shungite can help like remove stress too. Oh, you're in pain too. Yeah, let's do some more pain stones. Oh, lots of hanging out. Shungite can be messy. How do you feel about those crystal healing mats with crystals embedded in them? There's one specifically for Reiki, and one with 5 crystals for healing. Oh, I'd love to see which crystals they used for Reiki. I had one of my integrated energy therapy teachers she worked with biomats, I think was the name, and she had an amethyst one. It felt lovely. I mean, it felt amazing. And another friend of mine bought one like secondhand or something, and she loved hers. And I think hers was also amethyst. So they're pretty cool. They can be a little pricey, but they are pretty cool. And yeah, shungite can be messy. It's the shungite that I have, like it's this matte black. As you see, it doesn't like reflect any light. I actually had to scrub this and soak this and scrub it and soak it and scrub it and soak it, and all the stock that we have for the website too, because it's just like it gets all over your hands. It's like a black powder. Yeah, so I had to like get all of the loose surface stuff off before I was comfortable like putting it with stock, because I'm like, I'm just going to get black dust everywhere. Getting it all over my face. Yeah, but it is an awesome stone. Leave the past behind, healing emotional wounds and resentment, anger. Absolutely. Howlite for resentment, anger, healing the past. Let's bring in some Lemurian quartz. This is one that it helps healing the past, especially past emotional pain, whether it's childhood, whether it's this life, whether it's a previous life, even if you don't remember your past lives. There is also a lot about learning from your self-healing journey, so that you learn about yourself as you undertake this healing journey. But yeah, it's a really powerful healing stone. I've grown to love it. It was a gift from Vincent and Cora Carr, and I love that I have it in my collection, that I can share it with all of you, and I love working with it too. So let's see. Let's do this. There we go. We made room. Let's see. Cardiovascular health. Immigration appointment to go well. Absolutely. Cardio health. Let's bring in some Unakite. I know there was a request for fertility, which also was covered by Carnelian, but this covers it as well. It also helps addictions like smoking, heart circulation, body fluids, and metabolism. This is Unakite. It's an excellent woman's health stone too. For the immigration appointment, I definitely can include that in the intentions. I feel like some of the justice stones are helpful. Knocking things over. There we go. Actually, picture jasper is helpful for moves abroad. Let's do that. Even if the person's already here, it still helps. But yeah, picture jasper is great for envisioning the future potential that you have. It's great for like big picture thinking. It's really like alongside tiger eye with that. Excellent. but it's great for new ventures and removing hidden fears, or at least identifying them, especially if those hidden fears are in the way. And like I said, traveling abroad or even connecting with other cultures, whether you're abroad or local. So this will help. And also the justice stones that we had, which are aquamarine and sapphire, definitely helpful. So there we go. Forgiving yourself and others, absolutely aquamarine. And let's also do for leaving the past behind. This is malachite, and malachite helps us to move through the difficult emotional shifts when it comes to letting go of the past. Letting go of the past is like, okay, make room for new things, but what about when those things are really near and dear to our heart and it's hard to let it go? Malachite, it might feel really challenging to leave things behind, leave people behind, but there's times when it's just best. This helps support your heart emotionally through that kind of a transition. So this is a great stone for leaving behind what no longer serves and like moving it through. Let's do this. I'm just going to add 2 more at the bottom. Yeah, definitely all the best with the immigration appointment. I know they can be so, so stressful. Just making sure I haven't missed anything, and I know I have. Let's bring in... We have the anger and frustration covered with howlite, but I also want to bring in dumortierite, because there's a few of you asking about it. Oh, here comes the copyrighted music again. Okay, that was quick. But yeah, dumortierite is great for anger. It also helps tidiness, but it's great for nervous energy, any kind of situation that just seems beyond help or like that you're at a loss for dealing with. It does help patience, and it does help with standing up for yourself. So dumortierite. And this was a gift from Jennifer Vatsa, who's in the chat. You can always learn more about me at learnreikiphiladelphia.com, including my crystal shop. Jen's crystal shop, if you go to Etsy, is Belladonna Botanicals. So let's bring some of this in, dumortierite. And I'll leave some room for other stuff. And let's do some more stones for pain. Lapis also helps pain and inflammation, but we've had some luck with Celestite, which also helps connection with your angels and spirit guides. And divine wisdom. It also can help with connection to the higher self if that's your intention. But yeah, this can improve. I feel like it improves our experience of pain because it pulls us up into the more spiritual connection, which diminishes our connection with our physical body and changes our experience of pain. So this is Celestite. Loving the conversations going on here. So Key's requests and Chris's requests. So Snowflake, Obsidian, Petrified Wood, Chevron Amethyst. Tree agate helps to harmonize the flow of energy throughout the body. The Ayurveda is the sister science to yoga, and in Ayurveda there's a sense of a flow of energy throughout the body, and they see it as the closest I can describe it is sort of like the nadis, the NADI, the way in which they see energy flowing throughout the body in Ayurveda, sort of like how we see blood flowing throughout the body. Big connections and then breaking down into little tiny tributaries. And the smallest of the tributaries are the smaller nadi. And this helps to harmonize and get the energy flowing through all of them. So, tree agate. Let's put that one there. There's also petrified wood. This helps us to move through difficult change. Basically, this is a tree that had to die as a tree to be reborn as a stone. And in this one in particular, there is even new crystals forming. This is a stone that can teach us so much about difficult change, and much like what we would think is aligned with the death card in the tarot, which is natural endings, so that we can begin fresh and anew. So let's go ahead and put you at the head of the table. Yeah. And I'm going to grab another one for the opposite side of the grid. There we go. Snowflake Obsidian helps with releasing guilt. So if you're looking for self-forgiveness, this is another good one. So Snowflake Obsidian, releasing guilt, recognizing patterns that are holding us back, and also hope, a lot of hope. Balance in the body, mind, and spirit, serenity and peace, and definitely hope even and especially after times of loss. It's also good at calming overstimulation and helping clairaudience, which is hearing spiritual guidance. So this is Snowflake Obsidian. Let's go ahead and place a piece here next to the tree agate. I like that. And for Chevron Amethyst, this helps us to connect with our spirit guides and helpers and to hear spiritual guidance. It helps us to connect in shamanic journeying, visionary meditation, and anything of the like. It's also really great for anyone that's dealing with a degenerative type of disease. So let's go. Let's put this. Oop. Losing friends. There we go. And much in that same vein, Chris had requested Herkimer Diamond. And Herkimer Diamond helps us to also communicate with spirit, especially when we're manifesting something. This helps us say to the universe, this is what I want and need, and I want it to be in the greatest alignment possible with the universe and impact everyone else it touches in the best possible way. This is also great for harmonizing energy that just doesn't feel super great, especially among a lot of different people, like a group room, that kind of thing. It's great for balancing metabolism and just honing intuition, as well as being in the present moment. So you can see where it has a lot in common with the chevron amethyst for sure. Where shall we put you? Yeah, that looks good. Blue kyanite helps with radical self-acceptance, accepting yourself exactly as you are. So I feel like this can help Poppy Prudence Jane. This can help you as well. This is also great for neurological care for anyone who's having difficulty neurologically that's impacting speech or mobility. And it's great for understanding spiritual messages, whether they're coming in, say, your card readings or your dreams. This can really help with understanding. And that's blue kyanite. And let's see. The Nadi stone, something with the letter A, the one used in yoga. That is tree agate, and it's used in Ayurveda. I'll type it in here so you can see what it's called. It is there you go. Oh, Patty, I'm so sorry. Feels like you're digging up your grief and frustration anew. I'm so sorry. Yeah, Ayurveda is the sister science to yoga, and that's the system that brings us things like the neti pot for irrigating the sinuses, which is something is really common now, especially in allergy season. There's a lot. Ayurveda is fascinating, and it's a whole system of medicine, and it's really intriguing. The more you learn, you can really start to change everything from how you eat to how you look at energy to, yeah, it's fascinating. Fascinating stuff. Let's see. So Patty, I want to put one out for you for that, and that's green onyx. Green onyx is good for like grief and sadness, but when you have to like move on anyway, this can be a really great stone. It's good for emotional shutdown or moving on and doing things despite how painful they are. Zoisite's also good for things where you're like, oh, I can't believe I have to deal with this, and it feels like a million setbacks, but like facing it. So Zoisite can help there. But this is the green onyx. This can help with the sadness and the grief and having to move forward despite that. So I hope that this helps you in your week ahead. And we will squeeze this in somewhere. Yes, we will. Let's squeeze this in right here. And I think we have a full house, everybody. Maybe room for one more, and so I'm going to put in the hang on one sec. I'm going to put in the aragonite with Caribbean blue calcite. Cool. So yeah. So aragonite with Caribbean blue calcite, this helps balance our upper chakras and our lower chakras. Particularly above our crown is the soul star, where we have our connection to the greatest possible goals that you can set right now, all the way down to your earth star, which is enacting those big spiritual goals and showing up able to start to work with them. So if soul star is your guidance on your soul's path, earth star is your empowerment and your motivation to go forward and start to work on it in a physically real way. So this balances both, and then that balances everything in between, including the kundalini, which is coiled at the base of the spine. So whether you're struggling with, I don't know what to do, or I don't know how to get there, superb stone. It's also, it's two calcites together, which is just pretty amazing. And there's a lot of it being mined right now in Pakistan. So if you do find it online, don't be surprised if it's a little less translucent than what I have here and harder to see through. And I'm going to put a piece here and a piece here. Let's see. And I'm going to add just a couple of citrines in the middle for financial abundance for everybody. How's that? So I feel like we're a little bit full for our usual, like, let's vote on the last stone. So I think we're going to do the thing where we put in what we're most grateful for into the chat while I'm explaining what Reiki is and a little of how it works before we get into the healing. And I think that that would be divine. And thank you all so much for being here. We have a really big full house today and a lot of new folks and a lot of folks who've only been here a couple times. And I just wanted to welcome you again and say thank you. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead, explain what Reiki is, and then we're going to take this to the healing side of things, where we're going to get comfy and I'm just going to send you healing wherever you happen to be. So thank you so much. If you haven't already hit the like button, please consider doing so. And yeah, I'll be right back after I explain what Reiki is. So as I mentioned at the top of the stream, my name is Danielle Stimpson and I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. If you'd like to learn more about my live online Reiki certification courses, because everything I do here you can learn how to do for sure, and I can teach you. You can learn more about my courses at learnreikiphiladelphia.com or take a look at the links in the description. If you want to schedule a one-on-one reading or healing with me, you can also check out learnreikiphiladelphia.com, also where you can find Reiki charge crystals. So what is Reiki? Well, the style of Reiki I work with most is known as Usui Reiki, and that's named after this tradition's founder, Mikao Usui, who created this particular method in the early 1920s in Japan. And there have been myriad number of practices of working with this energy over human history. Some are newer than Usui Reiki, but Usui Reiki is one of the most popular ones in the West. And the best way to describe the energy at play is to look at the indigenous spirituality of Japan, which is known as Shintoism. In Shintoism, everything has a soul. Everyone and everything, the animals, the plants, the trees, the earth. And within everyone having a soul, those souls are interconnected and inextricably linked. Within that linkage, there's additional spiritual forces that are available and flowing through everyone and everything, one of which is a spiritually guided soul energy or life energy. And that's roughly what Reiki translates to. It's thought that this energy is already flowing through you wherever you happen to be, whenever you happen to be, all the time. It helps our body, mind, and spirit to do what they naturally do in bringing balance to us in the best way that it can moment to moment. Essentially, what I'll be doing today is using Usui's techniques to connect to this energy and direct more of it to you, allowing your body, mind, and spirit to find an even greater sense of balance and healing for you. You can set healing intentions at any time during your session or before. Just bring it to mind and let it go. The universe will hear it. During the session, I usually suggest that you just get comfortable either sitting up or laying down, and then that's pretty much all you have to do. You don't have to do anything to receive Reiki. I'll send it to you. So you may feel sensations physically in your body. You may have emotions rise up or get released. Mentally, you may have an opportunity to think some things through that you haven't been able to resolve, or even hear your subconscious. And spiritually, you may get some resolution or sort of like an epiphany of an idea or anything like that. And you may even just have a really relaxing nap. More than likely, your unique session is going to look like some specific combination of all of that. So whatever's in your greatest good today. So like I said, you don't have to do anything to receive. You can just sit or lie comfortably. If your mind is wandering, good news, you don't have to keep your mind silent. If you aren't sure if the wandering mind is helping you or if it's just sort of wandering, take a deep breath in and out and it'll pull you back into the session. You also don't have to keep your mind silent by any means whatsoever. You can just be. The Reiki will meet you exactly where you are. You don't have to hold still if you don't want to. You can also use this time to journal or stretch, move, bend, throw down some cards, play the guitar, whatever feels right to you, because this is about you and your self-healing. I will send to you regardless of where you are and when you are, because we're all interconnected. So if you're watching this in the future, hello from the past, this is available to you just as much as if you were here live. Of course, if you would like to join me live, go ahead and subscribe with the notifications on so you can join us that way. But if you are live here today and you're in need of a session one day and I'm not live, you can always go to the Past Healings live stream playlist, which has almost 300 videos at this point. And you can just go ahead, pick one by the thumbnail, which always has the grid, and just enjoy. If you want, you can skip ahead to the healing portion. It's completely up to you. During the session, which by the way will last 25 minutes, I will turn the lights down. You'll notice that they'll move slowly and gently through several different colors. At no point will they flash or strobe. And I will turn up the music. If you enjoy the music, and of course you will, you'll want to learn more about our musical creator. She is linked at the bottom of the description below if you want to learn more about her channel. And I'm so appreciative of it. And at the end of the 25-minute session, you will hear my voice come in. I'll invite you to take a deep breath and start to come back to your body. At that point, I will reopen the chat and you can ask any questions that you have or share any experiences you feel inclined to share, and I'll be more than happy to help you with any guidance there. Thank you so much for being here. It's an honor and a pleasure to share healing with all of you, and I absolutely enjoy having you all here several times a week, and I've enjoyed every bit of this. thank you all for those of you who've liked the stream or helped show your support in any way, but honestly, being here and taking part, it's everything. So enjoy. And if you want to learn more, like I said, about me, or if you want to leave a contribution or anything like that, all of the information is in the chat, in the description. And as usual, I will be back here. Today is Sunday, April 16th, 2023. My next live stream will be Tuesday at 8 p.m. East Coast US time. So let's dive into that healing and take a close-up look at that grid. Ta-da! It's crowded, but we did it. We did it. Oh, thank you. Oh, these are beautiful. Nurse Blair, lots of love to you. Oh, Chris lit and Archangel Raphael incense for those in pain. Thank you. Ah, gotcha. And lots of love to you too, Patty. Okay, cool. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to bring those lights down and send that healing to you. Enjoy your session, and I'll see you in 25 minutes. invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly come back. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Hattie wants to say hi. There you go. Oh, that's wonderful. Tiffany, that's great. Thank you. That's beautiful, everyone. I'm just reading everything coming in. Yeah, here we go. You want to say hi? Thank you. Yeah. Thank you all, Reiki community, so much. This has been a beautiful evening. Oh, hello. Oh, Hattie, are you kneading the dough? Are you making me biscuits? Oh, that's sweet. Thank you all so much. And I hope you all have a beautiful week. W, it's wonderful to see you. Good night, Natalie. Thank you so much for being here. Jennifer, Hart, Chris, Patty, and Hart, all the best to you and your husband tomorrow. Oh, somebody gave kisses. Thank you. Yes, I will return on Tuesday at 8 p.m. East Coast U.S. time. If anyone has any questions, let me know. I will absolutely say hi to Gertie and Hattie. You're so welcome, Michelle. All the best to you, truly. Yeah. Good to see you. Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and, yes, have a lovely week, everyone. T. Neuhaus, check your mail tomorrow or the next day. You should have something there if you haven't already. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and, praying for proper alignment. I'm going to go ahead and start bringing the stream to a close because I think the cats are going to get their zoomies soon. Oh, more kisses. Thank you. Thank you all so much for turning out. I think this is our highest attended one yet. This is wonderful. Yes, I hope you all have a wonderful week. Thursday's going to be a little bit of a doozy astrologically. Nothing to worry about. It's all good. Patty, definitely. Yeah, Chris. Patty sending prayers. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you all for the amazing amount of love and support you show each other. I couldn't do this alone. You guys are amazing. And yes, I will absolutely keep you on my list, Patty. I hope that you find what you're looking for. But I'm going to go ahead and bring this stream to a close with an abundance of gratitude for each and every single one of you. Seriously, seriously appreciate all of you. I hope you're welcome, Fawn. I hope you all have a beautiful rest of your evening. Take care of yourselves and hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.